Hello, everybody. Everybody. What's cracking? What's happening? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, everybody hates job changes at work. Also, guys, I just got home. I made a live stream about maybe 4 or 5 days ago about time change. Time has changed. It is only 7 o'clock and it's completely pitch dark. So, sorry if it were in the dark, but I don't have much lighting in my room. But yeah, so, and going crazy. So yeah, everybody has job changes at work, guys, and it is frustrating. This is going to be the topic for today, and it's kind of like a chat and chill as well. Oh, I need my water. I had to fix my tripod in the beginning. All these people are everywhere. I want to get some lights in here, some sort of lights that we can see a little bit more. And, you know, it's not my fault that time changed, but it did. I'm so annoyed by it though. Oof. Oh my god, I hate time change. But yeah, so guys, another thing we hate is jobs change random stuff at work. Everybody has random job changes. Now, what I mean by this is basically on my side at work, we have our system. Hold on. We have our system that they've been having for a long time, for many years. A lot of employees hate the system, and a lot of people complain about the system, and it's all like, okay, well, now the company is doing something extra because where I work at a parts store. So there's the front of the store, which is a DIY, where they have customers coming in and out, where I was before, and I hated it, and customers are stupid. And then there is commercial sales, where they sell commercial, like shops, any kind of shops that you can name. And then there's the back of the warehouse where I'm at. It's a hub, the hub area. Now that hub area, it distributes, well, basically we distribute to other stores that need products and items that people order. So every time they have an order come in, like we have an order coming in, that's when we receive it, we pick it off the shelf, we put it in totes and stuff, and then put it in the trucks, and then the trucks distribute the car parts or whatever that people need to the other places. Now that's the system all the time. That's the system at my job. That's how it's supposed to run, like that. Now, the company, I don't know. I get so frustrated about my own company too that I work for, but I can't complain. And I'll tell you why. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. So, my company had a big meeting. Since everything has gone south, guys, like the economy is so bad. Like the economy is really, really bad. One bedroom apartment is like over 1,000. This has got to be ridiculous economy I've ever seen. Like literally, things are not gonna get better. I guarantee you that. But since the economy has gone to crap, I mean total crap, companies are struggling. They are struggling, guys. A lot of companies right now are struggling. Heck, Jack in the Box, where I work right now, there is a Jack in the Box that had to shut down They had many shutdowns of Jack in the Boxes throughout the whole entire world. Another one shut down, which is a big, major supply chain, which is Kroger's. And then now we're having Wendy's, the food restaurant is also closing. This is how bad the economy has gotten. It is so bad. Like, the economy has gone to crap. So my company decided, since the economy's gone to crap, they want more money in their pocket. They want more bang for their buck. Of course, pay employees, but only a specific employees. And now, commercial customers are returning customers. So basically, those commercial customers come in every day. So they're returning customers. Now the company decided we're going to have an extra dose of commercial sales. So let me see if I can pinpoint how to say it. So basically, Hub and Commercial combined it together. They took two of our drivers in Commercial because they needed them. And what they're doing is basically distributing, not to mechanics and not, well, I don't even know how they're actually working, but I know that they go to different stores and different local stores as well, and they distribute stuff, but they're making more profit. The company's making more profit, more everything out of it. But on us, it's extra work on top of the stuff that we have to do. So a lot of the times, jobs will tamper with your job description. And when we were about to get into that phase where we're having that transition, that phase, we weren't even there yet. But prior to that, we had only the drivers did not complain. They're like, okay, I'm ready for a new change, because 7 to 7 is 7 to 8 all the time, every freaking, well, of course, for 3 days out of the week they get 7 to 8, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. But that's constantly driving. Let me go refill my cup. Sounds like a kid. So yeah, the company decided, no, we're gonna have more profits if we're gonna have more bang for our buck if we combined and take some extra stores in and take some extra stores out, something that's reasonable. And half of these drivers, like, they don't even speak English. That's what's wrong with my company. Is all like they want to hire someone that, oh, I don't care, just get in the car and drive, and that's it, nothing else. Because if they have, let's just say me and you, we have brain cells. Everybody has brain cells, right? But the way I see it is that I am a person that talks, negotiates, understands, and communicates, and I'm that type of person. So they can't hire me as that type of person, because, well, let's say if I want to be a driver, this is the stupidest theory. This is the stupidest theory, but it's absolutely true. Oh, let me make sure my audio is on here. But I talk too much. I negotiate. I say things. They don't want that. The company will not hire you if you're like that. My company would not hire you if you're like that. If you're going to be a driver, that's it. Don't you have to speak English? get in the car, go drive. That's it. Instead of like get in the car, like if I'm not getting paid good enough, I'm gonna be like, hey, no, it's just a lot of work. It's just driving to and from, blah blah blah, and I'll be talking and stuff or whatnot. They don't want that. They just hey, get in, get out. That's it. Do your job. That's it. That's what they want. That's what my company wants, and I understand that it should be like that. But at the same time, it's all like I don't know. It's kind of like a sticky situation, the way I see it. So the company decided that they're going to make more profit out of this. Don't know how much more, but apparently it's good in the books. But the company does not want to hire new people and new things. So during that before that transition, I only had 2 employees that were complaining off the freaking basically 3 employees, my hub coordinator and then the 2 employees, and they were complaining like I'm not gonna like the system and it's gonna be extra work, and I'm like, you don't even know the system yet, like calm down. So after that, the time had came that the company decided to make this change. Oh heck, break loose. Oh, this is extra work, I'm not gonna get paid for extra work, and blah 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 blah. And they're like, I had 2 employees are like, I'm quitting. I was like, okay, when are you quitting? Like, I'm over here like, when are you quitting? Because hey, you talk too much. Like, there's one employee that I know that just constantly blah 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 blah, and yapping and yapping and yapping, and I'm all like, bro, just do the job. Like, I understand it's a little bit more work, but you gotta understand one thing. Like, in my preference, you gotta understand one thing. At least the company is trying to not run out of business. Because right now the economy is so freaking bad that they had to make this change in order to get more profit so they can pay the employees, and at least you have a job. Let's just say that. I'm a very thankful person. Now, when it comes to changes at jobs, we have to understand the changes and how they're going to reflect on our daily lives. People were complaining about the old system, and now we're getting a new system. They're complaining about the old system, that the old system needs to update, and they're tired of this old system, blah, blah, blah. And I'm all like, okay, the company's changing now, and now what you're going to do? Complain some more. People just don't stop complaining about their job sometimes. And I understand if it's customer service. I understand that if it's retail, dealing with customers, yeah, I'll be complaining, like, because every customer is gonna be dumb. Like, I don't know. It's just, but here's the reason why I can't complain. I can't complain because I work 7 minutes, 7 minutes from my house to my job. I can't complain. I can't complain because it's also in my area in which I know this area. I'm not going to get lost. I know the people around me. I know the businesses. So I can't complain. And it's a one good job. Like, everybody wants to have a job that is right there. That is right there. Everybody wants to have a job, so that's why I can't complain. I was complaining when I had to work customer service, but now that they put me in the back, now I'm okay. I'm all like, I can take boxes for hours. The walking, yes, that hurts. Like, you gotta walk. It's a big warehouse, so you gotta walk this, that, where. So there's a lot of walking, a lot of work to be done. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I think of it as being okay, because if I had to come from far away, if I had to come 7 miles to get to work, and yes, that I will be complaining. So I understand why these people are like, complaining about they gotta do more things, blah blah blah. And that's the thing. Every job has changes. Every job needs to change something, and people quit. And a lot of companies say this. My last company did this. And all companies do this. All companies do this. They say we're going to make new changes. Whoever don't like it, there's the door. You can go ahead and head out. They want to lose employees. All companies do changes to lose employees. I'm not saying fire them. No, it's a automatic like, oh, I don't like these changes. I'm going elsewhere. And the company's like, that's okay. That's fine with me because the money's still in my pocket. So y'all got to understand businesses. Businesses will make changes. You know, maybe you have a little company and then all of a sudden they got curbside and now you got to work a little bit extra for curbside. And you're like, I'm not going to work extra. I'm just going to quit. Okay, that's fine with us. More money in our pocket. Then we're going to hire someone that has less experience. And we're going to hire someone that doesn't talk so much like you. You know, that's the way companies are. And a lot of people don't give up. Push through it. Push through these changes at jobs. My last company that I was working for at the shop, there was going to be changes in pay rate. So we weren't going to be paid, we weren't going to get paid spiffs or commission. Commission and spiffs were out of the league. And so a lot of people were like, oh, I'm going to leave, I'm going to leave. A lot of people do this, guys. It's crazy. Really, really crazy. But the people that quit, that's what companies want. And I told the other two guys, I said, hey, you say you're going to quit. When are you quitting? And after like a month or two, because I think, a month or two of the new system, oh, they don't want to quit anymore. Well, why don't you want to quit? I thought you said you wanted to quit about 2 months ago. And now you got used to the new system. And it's all like, just stick it out. Like, and I'm going to ask, now that that's on my mind, that is 2 months. Well, because I wanted to wait 3 months. But I want to ask the employee now, those two employees, and say, when are you quitting? You told me you were going to quit. Because I'm waiting. Because I want people not to be so complainive of their job, And the company right now is like not hiring anybody. It is frustrating because one person quits and they're like, oh, that's fine. We won't hire anybody. Y'all just gonna have to do double the work. And the reason being is because it's more money in their pocket. So they're like, everybody's looking for a job. Everybody wants to work here, but yet they're not gonna hire because they want that money in their pocket to save. And then guys, think of it like this. The government shut down, guys. Everybody knows the government shut down. Everybody should know. But the government shut down the same reason why everybody else is shutting down. Companies are shutting down. They're going left and right. Because the budget is not there. They overdid it. The economy was so great. I mean, I would think of it like this. If I had a Walgreens, of course it's French outlet. Let's just go with Walgreens. I know the history of Walgreens and everything else, family owned, yada, yada, yada. So if I owned a Walgreens and the economy was great at that time, about 5-6 years ago, I said to myself, I'm going to open 3 more Walgreens over here. I'm a big company now. Get the electricity, get everything, the employees or whatnot. I'm going to open those 3 more. Okay. Oh man, the economy's gone to crap. Everybody's ordering online now. Everybody's having home deliveries. Nobody's in the store anymore. You know what? I'm just gonna have to cut the cost. I opened these 3 Walgreens, and now I gotta have to let 2 go. So then they shut down the Walgreens. That's the way I think about it, because the companies right now they're struggling, guys. They are struggling. I feel sorry for Kroger's. Kroger's is like in almost friggin' every 2 miles or so in my area. Every 3 miles there's a Kroger's. But the company is lacking, and that's where they have to go south. So they have to shut down. So the government shutdown makes total sense in my head because of the economy. So when things change at your job for different type of purposes, Hello, hello, welcome in. I see you in here. You're not saying anything. But when the government or any company shuts down, it's for more profits towards one. They have to. They can't afford two more properties. Can't afford two more properties because the economy has gone to crap. So that's the way I think about it. And so I've been looking for another job too myself, like for quite some time. No bite, no pinch, no nothing. The economy is that bad that the companies say hiring, but since everything is a big turnover because employees don't get paid a lot anymore. And that's another struggle too about you got to pay your employees based off the economy as well. Well, not based off the economy, but on the economy too. Because nobody's going to work for 13 an hour. Nobody's going to work for 14 an hour. Nobody's going to work for 15 an hour. And it's like, I want to hire people, but I need them to be at 14 an hour or 13 to 14 an hour. And everybody can't live off of freaking 13, 14 an hour. So everybody's like, oh no, you were 13, 14 an hour. No, I need 19 an hour. I need 17 at least, at the most. Freaking 16, 17, 18. Like we need to get paid at least 18. Well, 16, 17, 18 is fair enough. If you get paid over 20, whew, props to you because you'll hold on to that dang job, you know. But that's the way I see it. The companies can't hire because people want more pay. They want more money. They won't hire someone that has high experience because they're going to have to pay them extra. They won't hire someone that doesn't speak English because they're not going to want to get paid extra because they're very thankful to be here or whatnot, and they don't complain. So we'll go ahead and hire this person because they don't have too much experience. They just drive. That's it, man. That's all you got to do. Drive, and that's it. You know how to drive? Yeah. Here you go. Here's a car. Blah blah blah. That's it. Instead of thinking about, they're probably getting paid like 14 an hour maybe, but yeah. So a lot of changes in companies. Every job has changes, guys. Stick through it. Stick to it. Stick through it. You gotta stick through it because it's hard to get a job right now. Very hard. I have one employee that she works in the front with customer service. She's kind of like me when it comes to rude customers. When it comes to rude customers, I step up. I don't let people. See, that's the problem too. Whenever you're trying to control your anger is one thing, but being rude to someone is another. So, what is people doing? But customers be very, very rude. You can bite your tongue all day long. You can hold it in all day long. You can one ear out the other ear. But if it's on a daily basis where a customer is very rude to you, it will get to your head. So it got to my head. I flipped out so many times with customers, and I almost got fired so many times. But this girl, she couldn't handle too much going on because it's all like every single customer was stupid, first of all. And it's just like, look, don't call people, because what happened was there was a guy in line and he was twitching. Well, he was twitching prior, and then he came to her, and then he was twitching all over the place. And she's like, hey bro, are you all right? You're twitching all over the place. And then something about what's wrong with me? I'm twitching. And he started getting angry at her, and some words were said. All I know is some words were said, and then he called her a bitch. I mean, a itch. Whoops, my bad. Oops. He called her an itch, and he called him an itch, and then they went after it, and then after that they kind of something happened in between with the customer, and right now she possibly is going to get fired for doing all this. But here's one thing, guys. One thing I know about my company is they will not have fire you for that. They'll transfer you somewhere, or they'll put you in a different department. That's what happened with me. I got transferred from one to another. The reason being is that little check. That little check. What I'm talking about. Unemployment check. Now, it is said before that of course you have to have warnings and write-ups. A company has to have probable cause to fire you. And if they don't fire you with those probable cause, whenever you get your unemployment, it'll be twice as much. There's a certain thing, I may be wrong, I may not, don't go after me, but a company has to have probable cause to fire you, even if you have done something really bad and against the rules. So they don't want to basically pay for your unemployment, and that's fair. So she's at a different area, but she hasn't been moved yet. But she knows. Let's see right car. She knows, and I told her. I said, "You're still here?" She's like, "Yeah, I am still here." "You're still here?" She's like, and then I said, "Girl, hopefully they move you to a different department and not fire you. But the company is different like this, like I just mentioned." And she's like, "I know." And I said, "It's because the economy is so bad, it's hard to get a job. I know one guy that I used to work with, and he moved to a different, what are these people doing? He went to a different a store, and he didn't like the store, and then he quit. And then he was out of a job for at least 5-6 months. And I think he found something, I'm not sure. But nobody was hiring him. Nobody was picking the pinch. His girlfriend, his girlfriend is paying the bills, the rent and stuff. But at the same time, yes, he does need to work. So a lot of companies, you can quit, you can get fired, but there's no pinch. Nobody's pinching. Everybody's like, "Oh, I don't want to hire because I have to pay them X amount of hours, X amount of time." It's not beneficial to a lot of companies. So everybody has changes, guys. Everybody has changes at work. And the company does it for a reason, to let the employees see how the changes are. Let the employees decide if they want to stick through it. If not, you can go. So again, don't think that the company cares about you all the time. You're always going to be replaceable at any moment. Somebody can, it may take a while because right now the companies are very greedy. So if they had 3 employees, 2 of them quit. Of course, it's going to be a lot for one person. The other person might quit too. Of course, they have a little range where it's like, okay, well, we'll use the best of our advantage to basically fill out the blanks and not pay that person, because they'd rather not pay a person. So don't get me wrong, it's going to be frustrating in the beginning, but stick through it. Stick through it. Don't be that dumb to say, "Oh, the company's going to change this, I'm out of here." Don't be that dumb, because that's the way I see it. So yeah, guys, the moral of the story is basically, if your company changes stuff, you need to stick through it. Jobs change all the freaking time. Jobs will constantly change different things to make them money. Not you money. They don't care about you. They want to see if you can handle it. If you can, then okay, that's fine. They'll still pay you. But if you can't, okay, you're out of it, because it's not their problem. I had that same issue when I used to work at Academy Sports and Outdoors, and they would push credit cards. It's like, this is a loyal customer, customer for life. Why we gotta push credit cards? It's because it's a customer for life. And I'm all like, it's y'all's customer for life, because if I told this person to get a credit card, then I get fired or I leave the company. That's not my customer. Not my customer at all. It's y'all's customer. That's why companies push credit cards all the time, for a customer quotation for life. But yeah, so anyways, we are about 31 minutes, and I saw a couple people joined. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section down below, what jobs did you know, or are you in, that rearranged something that you didn't like or tamper with, and everybody wanted to quit at the same time. Like, everybody's going to go crazy. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.